Hey everyone, I'm Garrison and welcome back to the channel. So today it's time for me to review STAYC's second mini album called YoungLove.com after listening to it consistently for 3 months ever since I did my first listen to the album. Now, STAYC is a 6-member girl group who made a groundbreaking debut on the last quarter of 2020 with So Bad. And during that time, the retro trend with specific genres began to ramp up in the scene, in my humblest opinion. With the help of Black Eyed Pills song, So Bad showcased a diverse set of vocal tones within STAYC that brought such infectious energy, the right amount of attitude, and the group's bright personalities. Now fast forward after the glorious days of ASAP and Stereotype into STAYC dropping their iconic song called Run to You earlier this year in February. If anything I've learned from STAYC, especially in the era of ASAP, one of the many special abilities that they wield, or qualities I should say, within their music is how with each listen, their songs only get better and better. And it's even more apparent in the group's EP, YoungLove.com, where they continue to deliver their teen fresh appeal through many unthinkable combinations of genres. I'm talking about pop, electronic, trap, pop rock, R&B, alternative R&B, and with many influences across all 6 tracks. Simultaneously, the 6 tracks make the album cohesive by tackling the message of running towards what you love without caring about what others simply think. Every track covers a different angle per se on love with STAYC's teen fresh charm. The title track on the album, Run to You, takes the upbeat electronic pop route where production sets up a snare drum during the intro run, one of my favorite parts, into spectacular bass, drum kit, snares, and even cowbell work, believe it or not, in the first verse to set up a satisfying drive within it. For me, the huge moment in Run to You has to be in the first chorus, as it made me instantly fall in love with the vocal work between the underlying spiraling 3D synths in it. The chorus also feels unstoppable in the song with its catchy moments and addictive ad-libs, while linking the message of the song simply. And don't even get me started with verse 2, everyone. The super iconic part with Jay and Yoon. It added so much replay value to the song. Now the second track on the album, Same Same, utilizes pop with great trap percussion and distorted bass work. The song is straight to the point of saying, hey, you and I have the same heart, and we are on similar or same levels per se. The ad-lib work, though, in it makes the experience in the song, in my opinion, so fun yet sweet, especially during the bridge moment and break that follows after it. When I'm talking about the break, though, guys, I'm talking about the sing-alongable moment where Sheehan flexes her vocals so well. As for the third track on the album, 24/7, Yominagi, who previously worked with IST entertainment artists, I'm talking about EXID, and many other hits for other artists, helped STAYC shine with alternative R&B genre for 24/7. The song clearly talks about being deeply loved with someone else, a significant other one, to the point where you would want to spend 24 hours and 7 days with them. Xian, though, provides a vocal delivery that is so dreamy for the chorus vocals in it on an easygoing punk groove beat. My personal standout part in the song would have to be verse 3, actually, where Jay goes, "Trippin', look what you started," since it provides a really cool breakdown feel. Now, when it comes down to Young Love, some y'all may already know that this is my #1 favorite B-side during my first listen to the album. Seriously. And yeah, it hasn't changed at all due to the overflowing emotion that's captured with the pop rock genre. Young Love truly touches the message of how we can feel pain, but be foolish at times in love, yet experience the beautiful stages in love. Similarly to 24/7 Butterfly, the 4th track on the album takes that alternative R&B route, but differs with a groovy beat and spectacular piano work that complements the members' vocal tones in a way that it makes us receive the feeling of floating like a butterfly in a dream. I think that's the best way to put it in my words. So sonically, it essentially consoles us and provides us that sentimental vibe in the most comforting manner. My major highlight in the song, though, is the most sentimental portion, in my humblest opinion, the bridge. It sets up the outro, and it just simply concludes the song so cleanly. Last but not least, I Want You Baby, the final track and B-side, surprised me the most in terms of the genre and combination of influences. Will B, who also took part on I'm Your Girl by Khan and Bittersweet for Dream Note, somehow made R&B and drill style that is usually used in hip-hop work together without making things overwhelming or too quick in terms of tempo. And the transitions between the sections are done so smoothly with the bass and the plucking of the strings. All in all, STAYC's second mini album, YoungLove.com, presents another refreshing side to the group and is a more than great addition to their discography. After heavily listening to STAYC's album and their songs, it reinforced my strong belief of how some songs are simply growers. But for STAYC, I feel like they're in a whole nother lane when it comes to their hooks within their songs. Because it feels like their hooks have the ability to stand the test of time, you know what I'm saying? For example, in my initial review of ASAP, I was sure proven wrong when I gave the song a couple of more listens. It's the hooks with the combination of STAYC's teen fresh charm and their diverse set of vocal tones that makes their works highly addictive. With that being said, with my personal bias attached to STAYC, this album is a 10 out of 10. Without bias, though, it's a memorable 9.75. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, Garrison, where did you come up with this ranking? How you're measuring this? So I'm just gonna break it down for you. How I did it is I separated it into 4 different categories out of 10 for this album, and I will do so in my future album review similar to this. I broke it down with delivery. In terms of how are they laying out the tracks on the album. For all we know, anyone could put out the title track at the very last track on the album, or in the middle, or have an intro first and such, or did they put a ballad at the very end of the song? Are the flow of things good? And Is it a cohesive album? Is there a theme that's being followed? So with that, I give them a 9. It is huge there, especially when it comes down to the vocal delivery, to the rap delivery as well. And then the next category we have is hooks. If it wasn't clear, I talked a lot about STAYC's hooks and the ability that they have when it comes to delivering their hooks in their songs, especially in YoungLove.com. So with that, I gave them a 10. The next category, though, is production. Production, easily 10 out of 10. What else is there to be said? But in consideration, some of you guys may already know, I do love my slow and tempo tracks and ballads and R&Bs only if the arrangement and overall production to that song is different. It doesn't follow suit to a regular kind of song structure to it. And then last but not least, I have longevity. And this category is pretty much replay value. How much am I listening to this album all in all? I'm not talking to just like 1 or 2 tracks. I'm talking about the entirety of the album, and that could go to show you if it's only a couple tracks, the score of longevity will be lower and stuff. And I can't stress that enough. Longevity and replay value goes a long way when it comes to music, at least for me. Some songs are growers, and ASAP proved me wrong immediately. Who knows? Maybe I gotta do a re-review per se of ASAP to really correct my thoughts in that initial review. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, and let me know if there's any other album you want me to take a first listen to, or just maybe a general review with this kind of format. I'm doing this for the first time, so it would be great to gather your thoughts and come to a conclusion if I should continue this or not. But be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. It just warms my heart connecting with y'all about STAYC and fellow Swifts, of course. But yeah, take care. This has been Garrison as always, though, and peace.